Today is Monday, March 4th, 2013. I'm wearing yellow. You know why? Because it's Monday. And every Monday we have a show called Recommendation Monday here on Pretty Much It, where we tell you guys about the movies, video games, music, and a classic movie you can check out on TV this week. But don't tell anybody, because it's just for you and me. It's our little secret, okay? This is weird so far. I don't know what's happening. Before we get into this week's Recommendation Monday, I just want to let you know that in case you missed it, we tried something new this week, and the response was mostly positive. We now have a new sort of trailer discussion segment, and you have to check it out. You can't really have it explained to you. Click the link in the info and you'll see what it's all about. However, if you're on mobile, you are in the group that didn't have positive feedback, or if you're watching on, like, you know, an Xbox or something like that. Unfortunately, it seems that playlists apparently only work on computers, not on mobile devices, and so, you know, the whole thing kind of hinges on using a playlist. It's just something that we have to hope is a feature that comes to mobile at some point, because, you know, mobile obviously is behind computers and what the regular browser is capable of, so it would be silly to hold back just because mobile is held back, but we are doing the best we can to sort of figure it out for now. We put links in the info rather than you watching it in a playlist. You can click through to each video. It's, I guess, not ideal, but hopefully mobile will catch up soon enough. But now let's get into it, starting off with what movies are coming out this week. We don't have much going on, but there's a big one, or one that will likely be huge financially. We'll get to that next. First off, I want to say Dead Man Down. I kind of wrote this off at first. I thought it looked kind of cool from the trailer, but I didn't expect much from it. The more I see, like, little TV spots, the more excited I get to see it. I think it actually looks pretty damn awesome, at least visually. I don't know exactly what's going on in the movie, but visually it looks pretty cool. And the other movie out this weekend is Alice in Wonderland 2, Oz the Great and Powerful. I am not really looking forward to this because of the fact that, like I said, it looks just like Alice in Wonderland, Tim Burton's. I didn't really care for that, but of course, Disney, I guess, is trying to replicate the success of Alice in Wonderland with Oz the Great and Powerful, because they do look exactly the same, and Alice in Wonderland made a ton of money, so there you go. Maybe it'll be great. Maybe it'll be a huge twist for me, and I will love it. But that's really it for this week. Nothing super exciting unless you are looking forward to Oz the Great and Powerful, but there are some good DVDs coming out. First off, we have Wreck-It Ralph, which was robbed of an Oscar for Best Animated Feature. I haven't seen a single person that says they think Brave deserved it. Every single person I've seen talk about it thinks Wreck-It Ralph should have won. Definitely check this movie out if you have not seen it. It is fantastico. And the other movie out this week that I think you should check out is The Untouchables. It's a French movie, so as long as you don't mind subtitles, I highly recommend it. And you know what? Even if you do mind subtitles, still check it out, because I thought it was pretty damn good. Definitely worth your time. And the only other thing I'd like to mention this week, I think it actually came out last week on demand and on iTunes and stuff, is The Bitter Buddha. It's a documentary about a comedian named Eddie Pepitone, and he's a really funny guy. If you don't know who he is, definitely check this out. The link is in the info, actually, if you want to check it out. But that's really it for this week. Not a super exciting week, although Wreck-It Ralph on DVD is awesome. And now, why don't we go over to Jake to find out if there are any video games coming out this week.
Hey guys, sorry I'm a bit on the run, but I'm dedicated, and I have to tell you about the video games coming out this week. There's actually a lot, but the ones I want to talk about are Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is going to be great. I'm playing it already, and it's fantastic. We also have some DMC DLC and some Mass Effect 3 DLC, so that's pretty substantial. And last but not least, we have SimCity coming out finally, which is dangerously addicting. I can't wait to play it. I played the beta and I loved it. We also have another Pretty Much It member who's very into SimCity, so let's move on over to Kevin.
Very excited. Hey everybody, Kevin here with your music recommendations for the week. My first recommendation this week is a new group called Analog Rascals. They are a hip-hop duo. It's hip-hop, rap, jazz. It's kind of an interesting combination. It's not so much like hip-hop the way you think of it. It's more of a rock and roll influence, as P-Rob, one of the guys, says. The duo is made up of P-Rob and Altair. They just put out this music video. It's really awesome, called Gringo Starbucks. Their album drops about a month from now, and I'll cover it then. But definitely check out the link in the info to their music video. Leave them a comment letting them know that Pretty Much It sent you. Now, our poll winner this week was They Might Be Giants Nanobots. Now, the Johns, as they are known, are a Brooklyn-based alternative, I guess you'd call them alternative band. They've been putting out music for years. This is actually their 16th album. This album has 25 songs on it, but it only runs 45 minutes long. That's right, they have a bunch of tiny songs, so this is actually really innovative. As far as I know, I've never really heard anybody put out an album with songs, like multiple songs, that are under 10 seconds long. So it's really cool because literally they were like, well, why would we clog up our album with verses that we don't really care about when we just have one musical idea? So that's something that's really cool, and they don't really care, and they did it, and their followers are going to love them. So definitely check them out, and that is all I've got for you this week. Here is Paul with those classics. Paul?
Thank you, Kevin. What a fine introduction. This week's recommendation is A Day at the Races. It is a Marx Brothers comedy classic from 1937. It'll be showing Tuesday, March 3rd at 2:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time on Turner Classic Movies. So rest up for it, folks. Back to you, Eric.
Thank you, Paul, my friend. That's it for your movies, video games, music, and a classic movie that you can check out this week. Now let's move on to who won the giveaway, because that's the only reason you're here still watching this. No other news, no other information is coming. That's it. Armando Santiago. If you're not Armando Santiago, you can go. Nobody wants you here anymore. But Armando, please write to us on Facebook.com/prettymuchit, and we will get your deets to send you a free shirt from beobscure.com. And that's it for this week's episode of Recommendation Monday. I hope you have a dandy week. I will see you again on Friday, and that's pretty much it.